And the federal government is urging the Nigeria Reputation Management Group to deploy strategic communication tools to unify the nation, attract foreign investment, and amplify Nigeria's voice on the global stage. This was the charge from Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga, delivered by his media aide, Al-Qasim Abdulkadir, at the group's retreat in Abuja. Key speakers emphasized the need to train heads of government agencies on using language that uplifts Nigeria's image internationally, especially in an era where perception drives influence.
We live in an era where the information space is crowded, contested, and frequently manipulated. In such a context, your expertise becomes indispensable, not only in managing reputation, but in framing the national narrative with clarity, integrity, and patriotic purpose. I urge you to see your mission as one that transcends institutional communications. You are custodians of Nigeria's image, and as such, you must help articulate and promote a coherent national ethos.
We undertell our own stories and sometimes overtell other people's stories, if I have to put it in that context. Distinguished Nigerians, the time has come for us to tell our stories in our way and drive the narratives. Never should we continue to allow other people to drive the narratives about our country in their own way.
We are reminded that reputation is not built solely on image. It is built on action, performance, and values that resonate beyond our borders. The Falcons gave us that moment. Now it's up to us to build a national reputation strategy that sustains such moments and that reflects the deeper, truer story of Nigeria.
Interesting. I'm now being joined by Yomi Badejo-Okusanya, who is the chairman of the board, Nigeria Reputation Management Group. Thank you so much for being on the news tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So it's said often that the first step to solving a problem is admitting that it exists.
Exactly.
So we've crossed that path. It does exist. I guess my first question then will be, what would you say is Nigeria's biggest reputational image challenge?
Well, I think that, let me backtrack a bit. There's no country that you don't have challenges everywhere. I mean, at our retreat today, I think last year, if I'm getting my statistics correct, about 40-something thousand Americans were killed in mass shooting across the country. But the major challenge we have is our inability to tell our story. So the tendency is for us to hype the things that are wrong, and then we communicate those things that are right. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying things are not wrong. I'm not saying things are not amiss, but definitely the way we give about it, it's where the challenge lies. What do we do with it? How do we tell that story that we can give a right perception of what is happening in Nigeria? I think that's a challenge.
Okay, and so your group is trying to achieve what exactly with this campaign?
All right, we put it like this, that for quite a long time, the reputation gate of Nigeria has been left unmanned. There has not been a concerted effort to drive that reputation. And what does that mean? We have not come to a table and address the issues collectively, wholesomely, so that we can deal with it. We find out that most people are dealing with it piecemeal. Government, organizations, bodies are dealing with it piecemeal. So we believe that the challenge of managing the reputation of a country such as Nigeria lies with professionals, and the professionals are the public relations professionals. Managers, let me use that word. So that's what we have decided, that we'll come together as a group. We will focus on this challenge, and we will find a lasting solution to it.
when you say the gate has not been manned for such a long time, does that then cast the burden on the federal government with institutions such as the National Orientation Agency?
Well, it's a
Or
collective.
government spokespersons at all levels?
It's a collective. It's a collective. Let's take it as a family. So you have different people in the family, and maybe certain people in the family are doing quote and unquote the right thing, and some people are doing the wrong thing, or even maybe they are perceived to be doing the wrong thing, and there's no cohesion, there's no cohesiveness in projecting the image, and therefore there's a dissonance in the image of that family, and that's what happens a lot. So let me give you a very, very simple example. When you watch Nollywood, many times a lot of it has changed, but in the past you see our Nigeria police being depicted as people who are not intelligent. Do you understand me? And I've had cause to speak to operatives in the police, those who man the problem. You can't allow that, especially when we see them using paraphernalia of the police. Either they are using their uniform or they're using their vehicles, and then they are being depicted as if they are not intelligent. That's not true.
So then what do you say to people who say, or who would argue that no amount of branding will mask the reality? Staying with your example, they say the police is not well funded, they are not well treated, their recruitment process is not trusted, it's an all-comers affair. And so how do you mask that reality? Because you're trying to sell an image. Isn't that then propaganda and lies? How do we balance that?
Is it this same police force that we hear that they refuse bribes? Is it the same police force that we hear that they found money and returned money? Is it not that same police force? Is it not the same police force that when they really want to investigate, they carry it out? I've had experiences with the police, and they'll tell you, don't worry, we will get these people, and they get them. It just means that just like every society, there are good eggs and there are bad eggs. And while we hype the bad ones, we then don't speak enough about the good ones. So what we're saying to you is that we need to, part of developing reputation. What's reputation? Is what you are known for repeatedly over time.
Great.
So sorry, let me just give you an analogy.
Yeah.
While in our retreat, we found out that crime in South Africa is one of the highest on the continent. But when you also look at it conversely, we realize that over on the continent, what the number one place most people want to visit is South Africa. The same South Africa where the crime rate is high. So what are they getting right? I've been to South Africa. You know, they don't joke. You can be robbed in Nigeria.
So are you modeling such countries? What are the models you are employing in your strategy?
We are modeling Nigeria, our own homegrown model. I mean, we can look at what others have done and we borrow from them, but we are modeling. No two countries are the same.
Okay. As we wrap up, I need to quickly ask you, because we need to go, is there a time frame for your work? And at the end of this, what are we likely to see in practical terms? Better passport ranking, more foreign direct investment? What is the metric you're using to say this is successful?
Okay, we have a cross-board in terms of, we're going to do a lot of research. So let me quickly say it. The 15th of October this year will mark the first Nigeria Reputation Day. And we're going to have a Nigeria Reputation Summit, whereby we bring everybody into a space and we will discuss the issues affecting the reputation of Nigeria so that we are all on the same page. Yes, we're going to employ data, we're going to employ research, we're going to use a thematic campaign experience, we're going to engage inclusively the various demographics, including youth, and basically we're going back to school. We're going back to coppers and saying to them that speak well of this country, think well of this country, act well for this country. Our motto, or what do you call it, our payoff is reputation first. And the question is that this action I'm about to take, does it add or detract from the reputation of the country? Let me put this quickly. When you see some of us, when we're abroad, you're about to board a plane, maybe in Heathrow or JFK, we line up. And then we come to Nigeria, and then why? What happened? What has changed? The same people who lined up, and then you get here and you're trying to jump the queue. What is it saying? What's saying here is that there are no consequences for bad behavior. And we're saying there are consequences for bad behavior. That's what portrays us in bad light in many, many areas.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going across a broad section of stakeholders and public and bring them together. And over time, we're able to sell to them, let them take ownership. The difference between the Nigerian Nigerian Reputation Management Group is that this initiative is people-driven.
Okay. All right. And I do hope that this people includes everybody from top, bottom, and not just the people at the bottom.
No.
Consequences have to go around.
Yes, even the people
examples.
at the... I hope I'll have more opportunity to come back, and I'll tell you as it unfolds.
Definitely.
But please mark October 15.
We've got that.
Nigeria Reputation Day.
We've got that. Yomi Badejo-Okusanya says we should be the chief marketing officer of our country and speak well of the country. He's the chairman of the board, Nigeria Reputation Management Group. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.